You don't look well.
I'm worried about Steve.
A minute ago, you said he'd be fine, that it was just a misunderstanding.
It is. Steve doesn't deserve to be in jail.
No. My beloved Stephen Lars definitely doesn't deserve that.
I just wish there was something I could do to help him.
Johnny knew about the incident in Memphis. I don't know how, because the only other people who knew about it were Steve, myself, and Maggie.
Maybe there is.
I'm sorry, what can I do to help Steve?
You could write a letter to the Memphis police, telling them all the wonderful things my son has done and all the lives he's saved.
A letter?
A testimonial. I could do it too. Everybody could. I mean, everyone at this hospital must have something wonderful to say about my son.
And that's probably true.
You don't seem very excited about the idea.
I'm just not sure it'll do much good.
Look at how much Stephen Lars' support meant to me. He's the reason I was released from Ferncliff. Now I have to make sure that my son goes free.
Steve is a dear friend, and of course I want to help him, but I have to check on Dr. Keenan's labs.
Hey, I'm prescribing propranolol for my patient in cubicle 3. It's a restricted med. Okay, the warning's on the label. Just make sure that he understands to take only the indicated dose.
I'll tell him.
Okay, make it clear, because he takes too many of these and he'll die.
Right here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll be happy to write a letter for Steve.
Can I ask you for something else? I'm really not supposed to leave the house without Steve's supervision, and I don't want to get him in any more trouble.
That's understandable.
Would you mind seeing me home?
No, of course not. Let me just grab my purse.
Thanks, dear.
Here. So, all set?
I am now. Thank you for seeing me home.
Not a problem. I'm sure Steve would want to make sure you're safe. All right, if you're all set here,
Wait a second. Just a minute.
Hello? Heather? You home?
Yeah, where else would I be?
Well, you came to the hospital and you're not supposed to be out without any supervision.
I know. I was just so worried. Have you heard anything about Stephen Lars?
Dante says they're taking very good care of him as far as lockup goes, so that's good.
That's something to be thankful for.
Listen, I have to talk to Elizabeth, and then I'm gonna stop by. You gonna be all right for a while?
Don't worry. I have everything under control.
What did you find out about Steve?
No news, I'm afraid. He's doing as well as can be expected.
I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I should be heading off to...
Oh, please. Wait a minute. You and I got off on the wrong foot, and I'd like to start over.
It's really not necessary. Everything
No, for
is
Stephen Lars' sake, please. I know how important you are to him. And don't worry. I know what happened in Memphis. I know about the patient, about what Stephen Lars did and why he did it.
I didn't ask him to. The girl I was treating, she went on to live a very productive life.
That's wonderful.
You really understand?
Of course I do, dear. I told you I want to get along. Why don't I make us a pot of tea?
Yeah, okay. Do you need me to help with the kettle?
You know, it's such a warm day. Why don't we make it iced? You know, I really don't remember it being this warm in Port Charles this time of year. It must be quite balmy in Memphis.
Sometimes.
You know, dear, they'll probably question you about what happened there.
The hospital board already made an inquiry.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to lie to the hospital board. It's another thing to lie in the court of law.
If I get subpoenaed, I'll speak to a lawyer, but, you know, I don't think it'll come to that.
No. Neither do I. Here you are.
Thank you.
Drink up, dear.
Thank you for the tea, but I should get back to the hospital, so...
Are you all right, dear?
I don't know. Listen, I don't feel so good.
Oh, sit down, dear.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
Of course it is. Have you been following the case of this doctor's murder? Yeah, I believe Stephen Lars knew the victim, Lisa Niles. It says here that the murderer, Maxie Jones, hired a forger to take a fake suicide note to make it look like someone else committed the crimes. Now, there's a girl after my own heart.
What's wrong with me?
I'm not sure exactly.
What is that? What did you do to me?
You're the doctor. I can tell you one thing, though. You really shouldn't have called me crazy. What a shame. Well, at least you can rest in peace. Now everyone will know that Stephen Lars didn't kill that patient in Memphis. You did.